Hi. Hold on one second. Apparently my headset was like, oh, I'm done. I'm done with you. Like, kind of last second. So I'm gonna have to reset it. Hard reset. Hard reset, guys. I guess we'll see. Oh, it wasn't a hard reset. I know what just happened. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to hold on one sec. Shocks, what's up, man? My cat, I think, unplugged some things. I'll be right back. Ah, so sorry. Ugh. That is the bummer. The bummer. What's going on? Here we go. Ah, and music. You want a secret lair? Hi guys. Why do I hear myself? Now we don't. I got rid of it. Sorry about that. Whew. Yeah, so my cat apparently unplugged my headphones. Great cat. I have this cat who, he's a ninja. He's a freaking ninja. And all he wants to do is play with all the things. Because he's only like a year old. TSC, thanks for a Twitch Prime sub for 12 months. Currently on a 7-month streak. That's awesome. I appreciate that. JD Baker 82, thanks for that follow earlier. So JD Baker, weren't you the one who was in there earlier? You are. You were saying that was your girlfriend's AIM AOL username in the late 90s. I wanted that username in the late 90s. You go ahead and let her know. You let her know. Definitely. Anyway, so today we're gonna do a tofu acrylic. I don't actually have a ton of stuff to show you guys, mail call wise. I guess I have these. These you've seen. This I don't want you to see the label on the top. So I apparently got these in and I didn't remember or know, I didn't notice the box and I left it somewhere. And I was like, man, where's that box? Or not, where's that box? Where are those SMD challenge kits? And it turns out they were in a box. So I ordered some more of them and then immediately found them. And here they are. So these, I'll just show you the actual thing. So this is like a, hey, you want to learn how to, or you want to show off your SMD abilities, soldering abilities, go ahead and try these. And then it has like this graduated, if I can pull it out, there we go. It has this graduated like sizing thing for different size LEDs. So if you notice, going from the top, it's about as close as I can get it to focus. They're bigger, and then at the bottom, they're much, much smaller. To the point that on the microscope, they will take up like the whole frame. I will try to show you on microscope. Microscope action. So yeah, it takes up almost the whole deal. Goes down to very, 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 very small. And just for reference, the tip we normally solder with is this one. And this is how big this tip is. The fat glob of solder on the tip. But if I touch down, that's how big the tip is. So that's what we're looking forward to. That right there. So yeah, so at some point I'm gonna do a couple of these. I'll probably totally mess it up. And it's got like all of the parts here, and it's funny because it has like a second chance on the smallest one, the 0201s. So we'll see how that works out. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be really fun. You guys can watch me mess up probably a couple times and then learn. I don't think I'll mess up a bunch. That smallest one might be pretty hard, but I think we can get it. See if we can get it first try when we do it. Anyway, I think now that I ordered some more of them that I didn't initially intend on having more of, maybe I'll send them to some other streamers that we know, like Mechs on Deck. See if we can't, at least Osiris, see if we can't try. Anyway, here we are. So today we're gonna solder together. We're gonna build up this awesome tofu acrylic. You guys have seen me build a couple tofu acrylics on stream before. You know, they're not super new or anything like that to our stream, but honestly, they're some of the most accessible boards that are out there. And as a result, I think a lot of people like watching videos where people build those up. So that's what we're gonna do. I do have some other cool news. So hopefully, the last time you'll see the lights there and there, the next time you'll see them, they'll be up here, shining down instead of up. Because I finally wired up the powering for my gantry setup. And so, you know, with any luck, that's what we'll be going to. All the overhead stuff. Apparently, I need to mute this computer over here. They're annoying when it's being all loud. Anyway, yeah. So, without further ado, we're gonna get on to the soldering station. We're gonna start building this guy up. Ooh, wait. The toilet paper fell over and unplugged the cable. I see what you did there, Shocks. I see what you did. We don't really need that. I see what you did. Making fun of me. Talking trash. I'm talking that trash. Today, we're gonna drink a cherry bubbly. Just for that. Ooh, I should have muted that mic. That was probably pretty loud for you guys. Sorry. Normally I hit the cough button. Anyway, so you guys won't get to choose what keycap set goes on, because today we're gonna have Red Samurai. Shocks, you got a grapefruit? That sounds gross. I do not like grapefruit anything, pretty much. But I'm happy you like it, and that's what you have. Orange there, TSC, nice. So we're all drinking different things. I think I'm all out of orange, or I might have just like one or two left. And with all those stores and shit being mostly difficult to get in and out of, especially Costco, may not have a lot more of the new bubbly. Firestar1717, thanks for that sub, man. I appreciate that Prime sub. That's super awesome. For what it's worth, anybody that has a Prime sub avail, feel free. Or give it to someone else. Give it to any keyboard streamer of your choice. So yeah, we're gonna use today a DZ60 because cheap, easy, clean. I think I like. No, I don't think. I know. I like the On C more nowadays than the DZ60, but it is what it is. I'm just gonna toss that off to the side because we're done with it. We're gonna use this awesome brass plate from KBD Fans, of course. So this is like an entirely KBD Fans and ROP keyboard build that we're doing here today. We're gonna need that. Obviously, we're gonna need this. And then we pretty much don't need the rest of this either. It's not trash to me. I will ship out in it, but other than that. Yeah, so how you doing, Firestar? Thanks for that sub. You having a great day so far? I'm curious how many of you guys are like home, or how many of you guys are like actually going to work every day. Hopefully most of you are able to not have to go in to your office for work. Hopefully, and most of you are able to, you know, work from home or something. That would be best for all of us, I think. You've been working from home since last week? Ooh. Nice. You're not going to work anymore, you think? Had cold symptoms and you spooked them. Yeah, I'm in a fairly similar boat. My symptoms were not indicative of I won't go into details, but they're not indicative of coronavirus. However, you know, why expose other people to more sick chances, or expose yourself if you're immunocompromised to it, right? Mine are not, yeah, I believe not at all related. But anyway, I just kind of want to avoid right now anyway, in general. I think it's really for the best. That's what we really need to be aiming for right now, as much as that sucks. Social distancing, right? Is what it is. Maybe I'll stream more as a result. I don't have enough boards to like on hand to just like stream them all day or a day or anything. But I can stream some board builds and some SMD soldering stuff, make some more YouTube content, stuff that I want to make already. You know, finish more of my gantry project, because I have been slacking on it, mostly because of what I did yesterday. The part that I did yesterday was like the part that I dreaded and didn't want to do. Basically, I had to clean out the closet that is that door behind me, not whatever, that one. Put a ladder up in there, go into my attic, crawl in deep into my attic to where my roof line kind of narrows down, you know, to where you're just like getting poked in the head and the back and stuff. And I fed wiring up, and I had to like literally wire it up into a circuit that's up there. So it's like a giant pain, and I have blunt cellulose inside of my attic, so it's like hard to find the studs that you can stand on, or the joists, I guess is what they're probably called in the ceiling, that you can stand on. So it's just kind of a pain in the ass, and I've been lagging and slacking on it because of that. So yeah. So I had some time yesterday since I stayed home to do that, so that's what I did. Yerp. All the fun. Anyway, yeah, I haven't done nearly enough keyboard related stuff. I had to skip my stream over the weekend because I had shit going on that was, well, frankly, fairly important. It's unfortunate. I'm trying to do, you know, 2 a week for a while. Yeah, it wasn't the best. It wasn't the best, TSC. Not gonna lie. It was messy and I was gross afterward. It was terrible. I got all the beverages today. Got coffee. Got flavored water, which I was watching Nathan Kimmer earlier, and he was drinking a LaCroix, and somebody was like, that's basically a it's like, that's basic, somebody said that's basically a White Claw without alcohol. How boring. And I was like, oof. Deli offline. What do you mean by offline? What's up? What do you mean? Have I been doing things offline? Keyboard related? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so this is like this is gonna be pretty cool. I haven't built one of these in a little while, and I really do actually like them. Every time I build one of these, they turn out beautifully. And I really do want, I really do like building, so I wanted to build this today. Excited about it. Though I do have some other boards that need building. Couple Matrix OGs. What else is there? An Ergo Dash. We're gonna do that. That's gonna be cool. You're really not a fan of LaCroix. I don't like LaCroix as much as I like Bubbly. But I'll drink it. What's the other one? Spindrift. I like those ones too. Those are good. But specifically the lemon one is the one I like. The raspberry kiwi or whatever is just meh. I mean, it's worth drinking. I'm so confused, Ellie, what you were saying. Offline? Trying to message me out of here? You can hit me up on Discord. Got my Discord up. So I will mostly see that. Zero Cool. We don't have them in Canada, at least in your part of Canada. You don't have Spindrift or LaCroix or Bubbly. Bubbly really is the best of them, in my opinion. And this is one of the two best flavors. In my opinion, again, my next favorite, my actual favorite is the blackberry one. Oh, Spindrift is pretty good. The lemon is good, and like I said, that raspberry kiwi one. They have a grapefruit, and I really can't stand the flavor of grapefruit, so I don't really like that one. But what you gonna do, right? Okay, so we're done with this. We got its little bump-ons on. Got the screws removed. KO on that. Oh, I need to look something up real quick. I can't remember what stabilizers I'm using for this board build, but that's okay. We'll go to its the Google Doc quote that I use, and I have it all laid out. Zeal stabs. So frequently I'll take the Zeal stabs and I'll just put them with the rest of my Zeal stabs, but in this case I don't think I did. I think I sat them over here. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I did. Oh. Let's set those over there. No, I must have had them there. The bubbly watermelon is kind of disappointing. I haven't had that one. Watermelon or lime watermelon are your favorite top tier sparkling water, whatever the brand. Oh, I like watermelon sometimes too. So we got some more of these gaskety washer deals. Actually, I got a new set of these also. I'm like never gonna run out of these. I still am not that close to running out. And I bought them forever ago, the ones that I have, and I think I bought half that many. Anyway, set this guy over here. Set this over here. We'll test this out in just one sec, but I want to make sure. That's got 6.25U. So we're gonna use that. I haven't had the bubbly watermelon. I've had the orange. Oh, maybe I have had the watermelon. I just don't remember. I've had a lot of them. The ones I remember and buy all the time are blackberry, cherry, and of course blackberry, cherry, and orange. 1, 2, 3. Four, 5. I could think of other flavors that I've had that I really liked, but those are the ones where I was like, "Ooh, nope, these are worth buying for me." I have had other watermelon ones. You said you don't like LaCroix, right? They make a watermelon, I'm pretty sure. I'm sure I remember having that watermelon for sure. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yeah, the blackberry, I agree. That's my jam right there. But I love blackberry as a flavor in general. I think it's funny, you know, like, do you ever think about like why you like a thing specifically? Part of it I think is flavor, like for food and drink. Part of it's the flavor, but part of it is probably like other factors. Like, I really do love the flavor of blackberry. It is one of my favorites, but I wonder how much of that is influenced by the fact that, like, I was super close to my grandpa growing up, and he loved blackberry, and he would always take me for like blackberry things. Like, I remember having blackberry malts and blackberry pies and blackberry whatever, like my whole life, at least when I hung out with him. So like, I always got exposed to a lot of blackberry, and I did really like it, and I still do. Then again, I'm not so sure. Like, it can't be 100% because I my grandpa was super into licorice, and yeah, I have like a very, very negative reaction to licorice. Like, very, very negative. Terribly negative. Basically, it makes me sick, like, immediately. Or not immediately, but within a few minutes at least. Yeah, licorice is bad. Bad. IMO. I guess, you know, some people probably like it kind of a lot, and good for them. I say they can have that stuff forever. That's old people stuff, sure. I don't disagree with you, man. I don't like it. Well, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, that other stuff isn't actually licorice. It's like, you know, just sweet candy, which I also don't really like, but completely separate deal. Oh my god. Just throwing lights around. Yeah, it's so gross. Well, it makes me ill. So, like, actually, directly sick. Within a few minutes of eating it, if not immediately. So we'll give this thing a test, right? We'll test this guy out, and we'll see where we're at. See where we're at. Boom. I hope you guys really like my sound setup a lot more than it used to be. I really kind of love it. Now it's like really good, in my opinion. It took quite a while, I think, before I got the Go XLR, and there was quite a few streams before I was like, I like this. And now I'm pretty happy with it. Oh yeah, no, totally TSC. I'm like, yes, zero cool. Actually physically ill, and yes, TSC, I am definitely at least mildly allergic to it. Like, I don't have hives or It's not hard for me to breathe or anything. I just, you know, get physically sick. And it's super gross. Do not like. Do not like. Trying to remember where properties are. Ah, it's the output and then the audio. Stream? No, output. Trying to remember in OBS where I can see my like settings on audio tracks. I feel like it's like a record thing. Recording. I don't know. Do not know. Do not. Must say that ImeYourU is probably your favorite username you've heard in a long time. Nice, man. I'm happy about that. It really literally comes from me being super irritated a long time ago with not being able to choose a name. And then just being like, this is I don't care. I entered like 50 things. And this would have been a really long time ago. And the funny thing about this is, I think it was an AIM or AOL thing, and the user at the very beginning of the evening said that was his girlfriend's username, like way back. So in my mind, it's like, I'm like, oh, this is the person that made my username a thing. Oh my god, it's so much Swiss cheese down here. It's hard to tell like where you're going with these, you know, because this PCB supports a 2U left shift, so there's like the whole second bottom row has a well, a lot of compatibility. Too much compatibility, I know. I don't know. I'm gonna go with this is probably a function layer thing right here. What was the keyboard I was using at the start of the stream? The one with JMK Camping. That is a Baka 60. So it's like a very limited production run board. You know what?
Let me put it this way, Mr. Raymer. The 9000 series is the most reliable computer ever made.
This has to, oh yeah, this is totally a function layer thing. I don't know if you guys can see the lights go on and off. So definitely a function layer thing. Okay, so there's a function layer, which is good. Yeah, so it's the Baka 60. Very, very small batch run for round one. Beautiful board though. Beautiful, beautiful board. And mine is still unfinished. Raw aluminum, which one day I will change by Cerakoting it when I finally get my shit set up. But you know, I mean, if I remain, well, I actually need that. I don't know what I did with that. I don't need this. I remain not going physically to work every day, I may be easier for me to get some other projects done. Not because I'll have more direct time, but because I won't be traveling, I won't need to change. I'll just kind of be able to roll from one thing to another. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that works. Okay, so before we do anything, leave all those screws right where they're at. I'm gonna remove all these because we don't need these. Oh man, I hope. This whole last week I've just been taking days off. Partially because, again, wasn't 100% in other ways that are not coronavirus-y related. Like almost certainly not having anything to do with it. But then I'm also kind of just hoping that my organization figures out exactly what it is that they're going to do and cut us all free to work from home. Which, you know, my job I can't necessarily work from home entirely, but I can do a lot. Some people in my organization can't, for sure. It's kind of a bummer. Oh my god. My phone is blowing up today. Yep, so we're gonna do this. We'll lube these stabs up really well. I love Zeal stabs, so I'm gonna show you guys some of the lubing directly under the microscope in a minute, because you know that's what we do here now. This is just how we do. I need to put a little tape box on the microscope so that I know exactly where the bounds are. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this over here. Put these. Okay. We'll get all these wires over. Set this off to the side. We won't need that for a little bit. We'll pull this microscope up. Give me 1 second. I will reposition said microscope. Boop. Hey, Juana Bovial. Thanks for that. Thanks for that follow. I appreciate that. Let me get those blocking tweezers out that you guys love so much. Hello from Germany. Hey, nice to see you. Man, it's late in Germany. I feel like a jerk. I skipped my weekend stream too, which kind of screwed over the all of the European watchers, and I feel bad because I actually like that crowd a lot. They're really cool to engage with. 3 a.m. That's rough. That is rough. Well, hopefully I either keep you awake or put you to sleep, depending on which thing it is that you're going after. You work nights. Okay, that makes sense. That makes total sense then. Okay, so we will lube these up, and then we'll be off to the races. Ooh, look at this lighting situation. Hold on. It's some weird glare. going over here too. Okay. Is it you, or did the view window for the microscope move? I did move it. I moved it up, and I moved it up kind of to hide this. I'll show you. See up there in the corner, it's got this play symbol. I guess I can put it down here. I really need to get a good border going for it, and I have yet to do that. I can put it down here if you want. You let me know which is better. So I just prefer it. You get a little more precise with the lube applicator, in my opinion. So that's good. For me, it's more precise, at least. I don't know. Maybe, I mean, you find what tools work best for you, really. It's funny because people kind of rush out and go get whatever tools streamers say, oh, this is the thing. And I think that's totally good if it like works into your workflow, right? Like if you're building boards or whatever, electronics, blah, blah, and this thing will totally work into your like workflow, then you should totally do it. I would never say that you shouldn't. But like, I've tried tools that other people use where I'm just like, I don't really like this that much. And no offense to the person or people that recommended it to me, you know, just it is what it is. Flasian, what up? Thanks for popping in and hitting up that sub, man. I really appreciate that. That Prime resub for 10 months. Flasian, man, you are the man. For real. For real. Thank you. I appreciate that, buddy. No KB, you're trying to find a good place to acquire some 205 grade 0. 200 switches there. That's probably all I have for my builds, just a few months. Being like, if you're just looking for some lube for a few switches, it depends on where you're at. If you're in the US, I would recommend switchmod.net. No affiliation, no partnership or sponsorship or whatever. Though I love Krillbit, I would be totally down. That guy's awesome. I feel like that could use just a little bit more. Yarp. There we go. I've not really shopped at Apex Keyboards, but I've seen their site. It's a good place. Thing to do. SwitchMod is out of stock on everything. Not sure if it's temporary thing to catch up. That's cyclical with SwitchMod, so that happens fairly frequently with SwitchMod. Which thing is causing all that glare? I feel like it's gotta be this, right? Yeah, like the angle is just too sharp on these. That's okay. Yeah, it's a temporary thing. He goes in and out of stock on things like 205 grade 0 all the time, and it has to do with one, how he's able to order it probably, and then two, how how people want or don't want it at certain times, and he doesn't want to carry a shit ton of stock. Probably, like, it's fairly expensive stuff. It's not like it goes bad, but it's pricey. It's pricey. I want to say that wholesale, this tub of 205 grade 0. It's a little, I don't know, like 275, maybe 250, somewhere around there. Yes, expensive stuff. And that's actually really cheap compared to buying it in little tiny containers from Crail. But the thing is you're not gonna buy this giant tub of it if you like don't need a bunch of it, because, well, one, it's hard to buy in small quantities, and by small I mean like small like the quantities I bought it in. Because distributors don't really want to do business with you buying like a few dollars here or there. That's not what they're in the business of doing. Yeah, so that's kind of the breaks, man. What you gonna do though? What you gonna do? Hey, what's up, 22 Kyler Ruiz? Kyler Ruiz. What's up, man? Seems like everyone agrees on it though. Yeah, 205 grade 0 is good stuff. You were planning on using the rest for lotion. Hands are dry as fuck from all the hand sanitizer. Sure. Yep. That would be a great use for it. Don't do that. It'll be terrible. Yeah, this shit is super gross on your hands. I do not like. I don't know. I actually might hit Crail up so I can get in on some 3204 buys. He does that. Because I know he does that too. 3204 is actually great too. And if you're new, or if you're doing tactile switches, 3204 is like my recommended go-to. If you've never lubed with grease before, like 3204 is a great lube. It's just it's harder to fuck up. I don't know how to put it better than that. Like, you can be more generous with it than is probably absolutely necessarily reasonable comparatively, and it still works. Everything still is good. Hey, 22 Kyler Ruiz. Thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate that. I do. Why are those sounds not coming through? Are you guys getting the sounds? I didn't get the sounds at all. I didn't like it. No, sir, I didn't like it one bit. Let me check that out, in fact. I want it. Maybe it's a routing thing? Maybe it's just not routing to my headphones. Route. System. Nah, it should be going out. Oh, it's not. I don't know. It was my cat. Oh, yeah. Well, my cat legit did disconnect physically something. It's going to be better when I have everything hanging off the ceiling. It's going to be way better. Is that GMK Voyage on the board behind me? It is. You can see that from there? Whew. Okay. All right. Let's do this. It is GMK Voyage. We built this pretty recently, within the last few builds. This is a KBD 8X Mark II. It's pretty good. I love the way it sounds too. one of my boards. Normally I have my white TX84 up here with GMK camping on it, but it's over there. So no. Yeah, no, it's a great board. It's a really great board, and I like the set. I like the way it looks. I don't know if I love the colors like I want it on my desk all day or a day or anything like that. But, you know, it'll do. It'll do. Yeah. I was like not gonna get in on Apollo, but someone really special bought me GMK Apollo. Got me in on the buy. Like bought me into the buy. And then I don't know. I'm pretty stoked about it. I think I'll like Apollo more than I like Voyage, even though I do really like Voyage. Keone, how are you, man? How are you? Oops, you didn't mean all caps. There you go. What's up, man? How you doing? Hopefully really well. Hopefully really, really well. I know I'm doing well. Avoiding the plague, you know, like the plague. But generally speaking, I'm doing well. I cannot complain too much. You know, my problems are mostly first world problems. So, what am I gonna do? Oh yeah, Apollo. Apollo is classy. Really, really. What up? Cartoon 91, how you doing? Keone, yeah, you're doing good? Yeah, man, I'm glad to hear that. I really, really am. Hopefully all of you guys are still mostly, and forever, with any luck, mostly unaffected by the wonkiness that's going on in the world right now. Might be a bit much. I think I was a little excessive there. Okay, that looks better to me. Now we're on to these. I'm pretty good. Cartoon, I have no real complaints, man. For real, like, it's just doing all right. Life is not too hard. Still 0 cases where you're from, but nearly everything is shut down. I mean, hopefully it stays zero. Zero cool. For real. Hopefully it does. It's not 0 where I'm at. There are some confirmed cases in the area that I live in. So, you know, stay in, let it kind of die down. I mean, what would really burn it out is if everybody just was able to stay home for like 6 weeks in the whole world. We just burn the whole thing out. Maybe 2 months. You know, or at least it would be like, then everybody who is definitely sick, stay in still. The rest of you go back to work kind of deal. TSC doing okay, a little stir crazy from being at home for nearly a whole week. Got a walk-in today. That was really nice. Oh, a walk, like physical walk. Yeah, a friend of mine, I guess was having like a hard time because she lives in the LA area, and she's been like all self-quarantined. I think she did have some kind of sickness. So it was like self-quarantining for a little bit. Hold on. And anyway, it's been, I guess, raining. Maybe she's not in LA. I don't know. I guess it's been gloomy where she was at. And, like, reached out to friends or whatever the other day. Someone let me know, because I mostly don't pay attention to friends' social media type stuff. But like, I was like, oh man, I'll give her a call. So I gave her a call today. And she was actually out walking because the weather cleared. And I was like, oh, cool. Good. I'm glad to hear that you're doing all right. And you now do not need such things. So she was a lot happier. This too shall pass. The next couple months will be interesting for sure. Yeah, that's the way I feel about it. No KB. Like, it's definitely going to be interesting for people in my age group and presumably a lot of other people here, but the death rate is really high amongst the elderly, so like we really need to be careful not to spread it around for people who are going to get injured very badly by it. Ayo, what's up, Racing Giraffe? How you doing? Good to see you here. Hopefully you're having a great day. Yeah, you went to get your mail. Oh, got some fresh air finally. Felt really nice today. Good, I'm glad to hear that. Do I know Teha types? Do you mean Teha types? I feel like you must mean Teha types, Kyle Ruiz. And yeah, I've met Nathan in real life. Nathan's a good guy. You're going to get your vegetable garden started inside in the next week or so? That's cool. That's really cool. Racing Giraffe, your country had the first reported death yesterday. Ooh. That sucks. I'm really sorry to hear that. Truly. But yep, it's a real thing though. People are definitely dying from illness that we hopefully can start preventing. TSC mortality rates starting to go up among younger people now too. That's tragic. Yeah, I mean, as we get more data, unfortunately, as we get more data, we'll have a better understanding of where we're really at. It's unfortunate that the numbers aren't getting better. It'll be interesting to analyze it in the aftermath, right? But in the right here, right now, kind of just like avoid. I don't know. I mean, I don't like taking chances with my life or with others, but I'm fairly certain I'm going to be okay at the end of this thing. And I'll feel okay about how I did it as long as I don't, think that I was responsible for anyone else getting it. It's the way I'm looking at it. It's the way I think we should all look at it. Yeah, little Teha. Yeah. Teja's a good guy. I actually like Nathan a lot. He really is a good dude. Saw a video of packed beaches in Florida for spring break, and those people aren't helping. Sure, you're not wrong. One of the worst things that came out of coronavirus, all those shitty jokes about toilet paper. Yeah, I'm not gonna feel... I don't know. I mean, it seems reasonable to me. Homer Roko, thank you so much for that tier 1 sub. I really appreciate that. Still trying to figure out what the hell is going on with the sounds. I didn't hear him. Did anyone here hear it? The actual alert sound? Can you let me know? It's important. That's not a thing that I unplug. It's just like a thing. no sound. No sound for you either. I just see what I can do about that. Properties, no. Advanced property. Okay. I don't want to mess too much with the audio because it totally messes with like everything. It really, really does. So streaming, I only have one track going out, which is the way it should be. I think there's a, like I literally just have the track turned off. I mean, as long as you guys can hear the music and hear me, I think we should be mostly okay. Fine, those audio alerts mostly disrupting anyway. Okay. Well, I'm sorry then, Omroko. I feel bad either way. Thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. I really do appreciate that a lot more than you know. I will blame Ninja Cat for now. That being said, now's the perfect time to tell you guys that you should go check me out on all the other social media platforms, and if you aren't already following or subbed in those areas, you should consider it. YouTube is especially helpful. You can see all of my VODs get uploaded to my YouTube channel, and some other content. So far, not a ton, but sounds like I'm gonna have a little bit more free time to do some of that. Anyway, we get to lube in these a little more. It's fine, those audio alerts. Oh, OnlyFans? What do you mean by OnlyFans? Everybody should go follow. I would appreciate it. Follow and sub. In any of the places that you feel like you should. Come on. I appreciate you guys for always hitting up with the follows and subs though. And honestly, I get a lot of support from you guys and from the community at large. Kind of awesome. Kind of awesome. What are channel points? That's a really good question. I think you can buy emotes and things with them, and if I had some of those, you would be able to. I'm bad about that thing, and I need to get better. Hey yo, Tinfoil, what up? How you doing, man? How you doing, man? Hopefully really well. Hopefully really, really well. Highlighted message. Hashtag stay the fuck home. Oh, womp womp. There you go. It also allows you to do stuff like that. I mean, there you go. That's another thing you can do with them. I have a bunch of them in other people's channels, and I really just mostly don't do anything with them. So they just kind of accrue. That's mostly what I do with them. A whole lot of nothing. But you guys feel free to highlight whatever you want. Use those channel points. What is the hyped set that I love the least? Ooh, this guy wants some hot takes. What is the hyped set that I love the least? Oof. Nearly anything SA. But that might not be a good one, right? Because it's not so hyped. What is the hyped set that I love the least? Man, this is so hard. GMK Minimal. Which is not to say I don't love it. I just don't have it. Or I do have it. Which is not to say I don't love it. I just don't love it that much. And I feel like it's way more hyped than it is good. Which is crazy because I love black or white on black. I like black on white too just fine, so I don't dislike it. I think it's not as cool as everybody makes it out to be. Boom. Trying to think of something else. I'm not gonna go with anything that's currently in group buy or IC because that's not real yet. I don't know. Like GMK Shoko was undersold, and it's amazing. Once it arrives, right? The proof is kind of in the pudding. Yeah, SA is what everyone falls for and then realizes it's made for 1980 terminals. Yeah, no shit, huh? No shit. But what? SA is cool. I'm not hating on SA. I just don't like using it at all. I like the way it looks a lot because it's pretty. That's it. That's all I got for it. Yo, would anyone want to chill in the Discord voice chat? Yeah, feel free to use my Discord voice chat. You guys are more than welcome to. Where can you get a coiled cord for your keyboards? Ooh, Zap Cables. That's the place. You could also hit up Cruise Control Cables or Summit Cables. Cable Car Designs. Those are good places to get them. I recommend Zap. I really like Zap's stuff. I also really like Cruise Control. He's a fellow streamer and he's good. He seems like a really cool guy. I would definitely hit him up. What's better, Ashes or Apollo? Ashes, and I'll tell you why. Ashes comes with a numpad in the base kit. So I like it more for that reason. That being said, I like the novelties on Apollo a lot. Like, I don't really feel the theme for Ashes, I just like the colors. Like, I couldn't care any less than I already do about the theme for Ashes. I just really really like the colorway. But that's kind of me with monochromatic colorways in general. Top 3 worst sets. Wow. I can't even think of that. There's so many sets out there that aren't that good, made by all sorts of like less than perfectly reputable places or less than perfectly good places. Do you mean like 3 GMK sets or something like that? I think you need to qualify that. And why should it be carbon 3 times? You ordered SA Granite as the first time SA set. You hope you like it. I mean, it's a cool colorway. I feel. If you like SA, I feel like you'll like SA Granite. I don't know. Do not know otherwise. Ashes Apollo. Ooh. Wow, Apollo numpad set costs an extra $50. Didn't notice that. Hate it. I hate numpad sets costing a lot. I do. It's pretty garbagey. Should never cost more. Should just be included. Include that shit in the base kit. What are we? Okay. Swizz, what's up, man? How you doing? Okay, so you said 3 top worst. Okay, let's say GMK. Okay, 3 top worst GMK sets. Okay, worst. Calm Depths, probably. Maybe, I don't know, I have Calm Depths and I like it just fine, but it goes with a specific board that I have, and that's all it's useful for, IMO. IMO. I'll go with Calm Depths. It didn't do well. Was it GMK? Was the GMK Monkey or something like that? It was an orange set. Taking it way back. It was just like orange on white. I actually would buy it if it were around for cheap, but I think it's not a great set. It's kind of unfair because there's like all these sets that were made a really long time ago that don't hold up to the standards of now. But, you know, whatevs, I guess. GMK Laser. Don't like Laser. I really don't like Laser. It goes really well on a couple boards that I've built. So, like, I can't hate it outright. I don't hate any of them outright, I guess. But I don't like it that much. Homroko. Oof. Lunar and Ashes. That's rough, man. Grand Gray. I like that, though. GMK Carbon kind of looks sad compared to SA. Yeah, okay, I take that back. Take the orange one back, and I will say GMK Carbon. You are not wrong, sir. GMK Carbon is not good. SA Carbon looks awesome. I own SA Carbon. It looks awesome. Oh, I like GMK Hyperfuse just fine. I got no problem with that. I don't really like the Hyperfuse Origins one so much. Yeah, GMK Carbon is depressing. Do not like. Okay, I'm only going to do one of these wires because it's actually extraordinarily hard to do under a microscope. So I'm only going to show you guys one. So pay attention if what you want to know is how to lube that wire. Ah! No! I dropped lube on my microscope pedestal. You guys have no idea how hard that shit is to get out of things. But you get a really close-up view of it. For now. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. Let's get you guys all. Following a cool pattern at least. Oh, your God, this song. Womp womp. It's like $5 worth of lube. No, it is not. Oh. It actually cleans up incredibly well on that surface. Okay, well, that's cool. So we don't need this alcohol. Surprised at how well that cleaned up. Alright, we're done with this now. For now. You can go back over there. Microscope. Microscope. Shocks. You recognize the song, but you can't place it. It's the Carpenters close to you. Is it? Okay. I do not get that from it, but okay. Okay. Speaking about music, top 3 to 5 bands, dude. I can't even compute that. Like of all time, um, my taste in music changes so rapidly. If I'm gonna choose like all time, I'll put Led Zeppelin probably at the top. Oh, at the moment, it's like totally impossible. Just a bunch of different electronic music. Yeah, like I like a lot of music. That's really impossible for me to say. Man, at this very moment, top 5 bands. I can't. I literally have no. Yeah. It would change from moment to moment. I would have to be like listening to a bunch of music that I really like right now for me to like be able to like, oh yeah, I love these guys right now. It's just not. You feel like I'm kind of copying Teha types in terms of everything. Okay. I mean, I guess. Thank you. I don't know what to say about that. Like, I feel like I'm not, but I'm kind of just doing my own thing. But like, how am I doing that? I go way more like in depth about certain things than Teha does, and I don't really play games on my stream. I don't know, man. There's differences. I mean, I guess we both build keyboards, so that's a thing. Like music layout, but I guess there's not much variation I could do. I mean, music has changed a lot over my stream over time. Like, you should go back and watch some of my old VODs. My music was much more like fast-paced, and actually even this thing which we're listening to right now, which is a live music stream mix, kind of changes pretty dramatically from time to time. There's a few that I kind of rotate through right now. So I guess Zero Cool, thanks for the sub, man. I really appreciate that. I mean, I guess you could say that. I don't know. That's like weird, man. Like, thanks for dropping into my stream and being like, hey, I feel like you're ripping somebody off. Like, have you been here before? You hang out in here? Like, have you hung out long enough to kind of feel that way? Based on a lot of experience, or just like based on right now? Oh, okay. Sure. Sure, man. I guess. People get offended if you tell them you're copying others. It's a fair reaction. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I guess you kind of came in and said something offensive. So I feel like the natural reaction is to be a little offended. Straight up. EB's fate. People also get offended when I tell them you have GMK caps on your Corsair keyboard. Yeah, that's not that offensive. That's not that offensive. You got cool keycaps, man. And you got a board. A mechanical keyboard. That seems like a not very offensive thing to me. Now, I do have a lot of customers hit me up initially and be like, hey, I have this keyboard and I'd really like to like put better switches in it, right? And it's an OEM keyboard, and ask for like, you know, advice on it. And I have to like caveat it every time with, hey, I don't know if you know this, but you're totally talking about investing. Usually it's like something nice, like Zeals or Holy Pandas or something. And I'm like, I don't know if you know this, but you're definitely talking about more between the labor, the shipping, and the switches themselves, more money than the keyboard itself costs you new. And usually that turns people 100% away, right? Like just immediately. So like that being said, like there's this small percentage of people that still want that thing. And I totally will take it. I will totally take it on. I will do those rebuilds. I have done those rebuilds on stream before. Basically just because, hey, like if you know you want this thing, totally down. I just don't want to just don't want you to feel like you're getting ripped off. You know what I mean? Or like you're paying way too much for the result that you're gonna get. Because no amount of like tuning and work is ever gonna make that board not be the thing that it is externally, the plastic, etc. They're kind of cool if that's what you want, though, right? Like a lot of people in the hobby want like some crazy bougie high-end mechanical keyboard. I get that part because, well, you've been on the stream before or you've seen stuff, so you know. It's just the thing, man. It's just the thing. Some people want the cool board that they have to have cool keycaps and cool switches, and they just want it to be that. The one place where I will say that I really, really will actually recommend an OEM keyboard is when somebody wants a full-size board. There are so few full-size options that exist out there that, like, where are you gonna go, right? And if you want something that's nice and has an awesome, like, external aluminum case, like where the whole exterior is aluminum and it feels really solid, like, there's only like a couple options in OEMs. And like two options that I can think of in customs, but they're super unavailable, right? So TX108 and LZ Stan. That's the thing. So Rettinger said, "You're not trying to start anything. Really sorry." I don't care, Rettinger. Rentiger. Just like come in and say rude shit. I guess you get a offended answer. It's not a big deal, man. Like, stay in, enjoy the stream. Gibby's Fate. I did join a group buy, so you don't get them weird looks. You know what? You should never get weird looks from people in the community. Like, it's all a preference thing, so if you prefer a specific thing, you should just own it. And if anybody has problems with it, screw them. At the end of the day, you're the one who's typing on the boards you have. You're the one who's getting direct pleasure from it. Like, it's a very personal thing. Even if you go to like a meetup and people are like, "Oh, that's silly" or something, you're like, "Psh, fuck off." You know what I mean? I highly suggest that you were. Oh man, okay. Yeah, I'm not trying to start a lot of shit either, so You saw a custom case for a Cooler Master PCB, and it was pretty cool. Are you talking about for the Cooler Master and Philco TKLs? Are you talking about specifically this case? I think I know what you're talking about, from AliExpress. Because this is actually pretty cool. And very inexpensive. I highly recommend this case. Though, mine was really good. I did a Philco rebuild for a customer recently with one of these, and there were some small issues with the hardware that was sent, so that's a thing. You could always get a numpad. Yeah, you could. Always. You're totally right. People could. As is the case sometimes. But I mean, some people don't like that separated thing. They just want a full-size keyboard. To each their own. That is a massive tub of lube. It is pretty big. You should say. It's a lube jacuzzi. Nice. Lube jacuzzi was your nickname in college? Nice, dude. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. 22 Kyle Ruiz. That keyboard is more awesome than you know, actually. If you're talking about this one. So this has Blue Alps in it. Blue Alps. So totally unique. Probably the least expensive Alps or Blue Alps board build you'll ever see. Also. That's why I like that board. It's funny, somebody was talking about Teja in here earlier, right? Nathan walked up at NorCal and was like, "Oh, Blue Alps," and was like, "What's that case though?" He was giving me shit for that case. This is what I think of your Blue Alps. I like Nathan though. It was funny. Kind of just fucking with him. Hate to leave, man, but a man's gotta poop. I'm sure you'll understand. I totally understand, man. You enjoy your poop, dude. Tonight is a weird night, I will say that. Everybody must be a little stir crazy being cooped up. I think that must be what's going on. Talking about electronic music a couple minutes ago. Are you a fan of DJ Shadow? Like, oh man, Prodigy, sure. DJ Shadow, sure. I don't know who the other group is. Ottiker? I don't know who that is. Or maybe I do know who it is, and I don't know how to say that, and I don't know. I never knew how their name was spelled. I like pretty much anything with a good beat. Like, I don't know, with a driving beat. Like, I even like pop music nowadays. Like, probably, like, last 8 or 10 years of pop music is fine with me, even. Ever since pop music basically got an electronic beat backing it up. I'm very much not about the lyrics of songs. Like, I may remember the lyrics to some songs, but they're only songs that I like a lot, or I listen to a lot. Normally for me, it's literally just about the music part of it. Oh, why did I put all that lube on both sides first? Glad you can contribute. That one's cool, but I think the one you were thinking of is from Norbauer. There's a cool... Oh, I think I know what you're talking about too, actually. I totally know what you're talking about. It's awesome that Norbauer is making cases for something else. Mostly because I don't like Topra. Like, I don't hate it, I just don't like it a lot. Yeah, the Norba Touch was for a Cooler Master too, so that's a thing. And that is all them Topres. You have Skidolsha keycaps on your Corsair right now, so the spacebar doesn't fit. Skidolsha. Is your Corsair a Topra? Tinfoil, you're back. Man, that was quick. Did you wash your hands, buddy? All right. I need to make sure that the customer here didn't want band-aids. Dem band-aids. Let me go. Band-aids. We good. We good. There's a small chance you can get coronavirus from fecal contamination. Whoa. 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 Gibby's Fate, you said, okay, you said cherry stems. So I hear what you're saying about cherry stems. Like it's obviously cherry stems or the cherry cruciform because you're talking about GMK caps, but my question really is it a Topra board? So is it like a Norba Force or Norba Touch or whatever? Is it actually a Topra slider that has the cherry stem, right? Because the spacing on most of their space bars is not correct. For like most Topra boards have 6U or something like that. I don't remember. This is how little I deal with Topra. Does it have cherry MX switches? Gibby's Feet. Or, better yet, what's the model number if you don't? Oh, yeah, MX Silent. Okay, MX Silence. Perfect. Weird that you don't have a keycap spacebar that fits. There should be like a 6.25U spacebar probably on it. That should be it. Should fit. Maybe it's some weird 6U layout or something. Don't know. If you send along the model number of it, I will actually look it up because I'm super curious. Now I'm really, really curious. Anyway, so we are going to get some of these out. And we're going to put these on this PCB. 2, 4, 6. Oh, that was way too many. 8, 10. That's how many we need. These others. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Where'd I get these little fellas? I got these on Amazon. They are M2 4mm washer gaskets. 1,000 pieces. You know what? I will get you a link. How about I do that? How about I do that for you? I think that might help the most. Because this should be actually pretty easy. Because I ordered those really recently. And then at the same time, I'll look up The RGP0018. My orders. Man, I have a lot of orders. I feel like I didn't order these that long ago. These are them, guys. Boom. There's the Amazon product. Shit, tons of those. Okay. I want to look this up because I want to know. The Strafe mechanical keyboard. Okay, so it looks like it does have kind of a weird bottom row layout. It has a 1.5U control, and a 1, and a 1.25. Two ones, a 1.5 and a 1.25. That's weird. Okay. So let's just quickly think about this thing, right? So it's 10, 12, 15U, right? The whole bottom row is 15U, right? So what do we have? So we have 3U plus 3U plus 2.5. So 8.5 to 15. So you have a 6.5U. So they do make 6.5U space bars. So that's what you need. You need a 6.5U bottom row space bar. You're the real map MVP. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate that. So that's what you need. You need a 6.5U. Now, the key company is who sold that originally. That's Zealio, or still does. Let's go on their site. I think they had a spacebar kit for it. So I'm gonna look it up right now. Oh, they have a Skidata, right? Spacebar kit, no. Skidolcha. Originative. Did they have a spacebar kit? No, it was just one kit. And it didn't have that bottom row. Crud. I'm sorry, man. Find out the color code for Skidolcha, though. It's possible that you can get a keycap like that from somewhere else. Don't know, man. I hope you can. I hope you can. You should have 7U and 6.25U. What you need there is the 6.5, probably. I mean, you should. Like, it's 15Us, so the bottom row. So you should need. And it's 8.5U of other caps there, as far as I can tell. This is a freaking PCB that absolutely needs to have silk screening on the bottom of it. Let me know which damn place I'm putting this. So we're gonna put all these on, then we'll do those other ones. Bottom. Can't read the sizing of these that well. Yeah, I just looked at it from the a visual on the website, but I mean, I do have a fair bit of experience, so you know, it's not like I'm new. What mouse do I use? So this, on this computer or on my main? So this is a Razer Lachesis, which is old as shit. But my main system is actually right here, and this is my mouse. Boom. A Logitech G903. Why does the enter key stab go upside down? It doesn't go upside down. It can just be in either orientation. So, and that's just the way this board has holes. So I'll show you when I flip this over after I get these in. But basically, there's 4 holes for these screw and stabs to snap into. I'll show you under a microscope in a sec. So here, I'll do this. Boom. So basically, this end that you can see on your right hand side of the screen, not the metal insert kind, that little foot right there on the bottom. Oh man, this is really hard. I need another stabilizer to show you guys actually. I want you guys to know what I'm talking about though. This is actually pretty important. Okay. So there's usually a bigger and a smaller side, right? So that is a foot, that little hook that sticks out the bottom, that hooks into the board. And then this side, if you notice where that metal insert is, around, like the screw head is seated against another piece of plastic. And that looks kind of like, and a piece of metal actually. In this case, it's just metal. On most stabs, it's plastic. But that piece of metal sticks out the bottom, and that snaps into the smaller hole on every PCB. And so really what you want is to line those up with whatever PCB you've got. In this case, the PCB has the smaller hole in different orientations for different keycaps. Right? So the wire is down, which means that the smaller hole is on the top for the shift. But here, the smaller hole's on the bottom. So, yeah, just kind of how it works. How it works. Yeah, on this board, on this build, it just has to go that way. Just as a result of how the PCB is set up. I'm not worried about getting the space bar though right now. New board should be fine. You think it can take 7U or 6.25. So what's your new board, Gibby's Fate? Most custom PCBs can take either one of those, but not all. And usually you're more limited by the plate options of most really new ones. Hey, Sketchified, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that, man. I really, really do. You're awesome. For anybody that's not already a follower, you know, feel free to hop on over and do that here and on anywhere else. Nice to see you, man. Hopefully you're having a great day. Gibby's Fate, you joined the Godspeed 75 group buy. Okay. I think you got in on a decent buy. I do not recall what its options were, but let me look. Products. Where's group buys? Group buys. Okay. It's an ended group buy, so okay. Godspeed 75. I did not get on Godspeed 75. So Godspeed 75 supports 6.25U or 7U bottom row. It does, it does. So you're gonna be good. Did I get in on Jules? I did not get in on Jules. And as much as I love Rama made boards, I am almost certainly not gonna get in on Jules. There's some other boards that are gonna be coming available at some point in the near-ish future that I'm looking forward to that are gonna probably preclude me from spending money on Jules and all the key sets and stuff that I'm otherwise getting in on. It's literally just a funding issue. If I had the extra money just laying around, I would do it. It's not too much, it's just, you know, personal responsibility and such. Especially given that there's at least 2 group buys I definitely want in on no matter what. And I'm waiting for them. Yeah. The 7V is pretty cool. The Void Radiant is pretty cool. That's one that I want in on. I'm gonna try if I remember and I pay enough attention. Satisfaction 75. So is Satisfaction 75 running imminently? I know there was talk previously about it, but I haven't been paying attention enough recently to know. It's one of the few boards of last year that I actually regret not getting in on. Is there any updates? Yeah, I know later this year, but like, does anybody have any actual idea when? Because if there was a for sure, yeah, it'll be in this quarter or whatever, then I would plan on being ready for it. I did get on Chimera. Heine's TKL1 would be one. I don't know when it will run for sure, but when it does, I want to be ready, no matter what. Langolandia, what's up, man? Listen here, you. I heart you. I can't stay for stream or games. Wanted to holler. Oh, hey, man, what's up? Suspect fall. Yeah, I would guess that it would be too, and I'm down. Langolandia, dang it, you can't stay for games or stream. I actually meant to respond to you this morning. Thank you for reaching out, man. And I hope that you're doing well. Hope you and your fam are. For sure. Just built that there rig, by the way. Nice. So more gaming is what I'm hearing. More gaming is imminent. Hopefully. Hopefully. Hopefully, yes. This looks rightish. Is that right? Stream may be a thing for you soon. So I keep you and I need to talk. It's now March, so literally tell me when you can break away for like half hour or an hour, and you and I should have a real chat, you know. But if not, take it easy, man. Later. You let me know. Yes, this weekend is good. Let's chat this weekend. Ping me. Tell me the wins. And I'm in. I'm gonna grab a keycap set. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna grab customer's keycap set. And we will do the test fit right now for that bottom row. I hate PCBs when they don't just tell me where I'm supposed to put things. Like, how hard is it to silk screen on there when you're already silk screening? where the damn spacebar goes for 7U or 6.25U, etc. Tell me. You tell me, guys. How hard is it? Book it. Okay? It's booked. It's booked. This weekend, Saturday, evening, early eve. Well, for me, early eve. Let's do 4 p.m. for me. 6? Can you do 6? On Saturday. Saturday. Tentatively, let's just say that. You let me know if anything comes up or you have to change. This is weird. It like got crunched. This is gonna be weird. I don't like it. So it totally got crunched on this top side. And like the plastic piece is hanging through. It's got to get like pushed back through. Never seen that happen before. Must have been a shipping thing. Anyway, I need to verify this bottom row is right. So to do that, we're actually going to need 4 of these, right? So this is the easy way to do it, unfortunately. So we're going to put this shift in place, right? So that now we'll get an idea of where the right side of the board is supposed to be. We could even do a non-step caps, right? Because that's what it comes with. So we'll do this. So we know we're lined up, which is great. So we do have the right shift because this supports a different shift layout. So this should be 125, which it is. Great. Perfect. Perfectamundo. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Oh, and I chose the right one right out of the box. Perfect, guys. What are we listening to? Um, 7V group buy starting April 10th. Yar. Post that link. Somebody post that link to the 7V group buy or interest check rather page. It deserves to get the coverage in here. And if one of you guys has it handy, please do it. Yeah, the Geekhack one. Or whatever. Geekhack works though. "7V is cool." I mean, I don't think I'm going to be getting in on the 7V, but I do really like it. It's a pretty board. Love that bottom, man. That bottom dough. Looks nice. And I love that gasketure. hopefully you guys do too. Hopefully I get to build one or two of them, even if I don't get in on it, which I'm not going to, probably. Almost certainly. Okay. There we go. So we'll grab a couple of these, we'll get them all set. Our little anchory deals. Yeah, E-White. Oof. Nice. Thoughts on GMK Oblivion? I like GMK Oblivion. Those are my thoughts. Especially if you do the Hamagoro Alphas. So, and the monochrome set. Those are my thoughts on it. What about you? Didn't like it at first, but it grew on you. It's beautiful, man. And I like monochromatic sets in general. So I don't really like nines that much, actually, of all things. Nines is not one of my favorites. A lot of people like nines too. Just, it's not for me. I didn't like it at first, but it grew on you, but now you want to trade it. Ooh. So it grew on you, and now you want to trade it anyway? What's that about? What's that about? It's a really weird response to have. So I didn't like it, but then it grew on me, and now I want it gone. More color. Okay, I mean, that's fair, right? Like, so maybe monochromatic sets aren't really your thing. I personally love them, but there's some colorful sets that are really good. Did anybody do GMK Honey? Hey, Max on deck, thanks for that raid, man. I appreciate that. 51, raid of 51. Welcome, everybody. Today we're building a Tofu acrylic. So, you know, there's that. That's going to be pretty cool. We're pretty close to solder time. Oh my gosh. SM Keebs, thanks for the sub, man. I appreciate that a lot. Apparently something's broken with my sound. So all those sound alerts aren't coming through. So I'm trying to catch it all. Thanks again. 2 months with a 2-month streak. That's freaking awesome. You demand. Pork Chop Express. I like that name. That's awesome. GMK Lunar. Tiggle Bit 01. GMK Lunar. Man, I like that desk mat look a lot. That's how I feel about Lunar right now. The desk mat looks sick. Yerp. Kitty problems. Aww. Hashtag kitty problems. Is your cat not okay? Oh yeah, kitty problems. You're talking about my audio. Truth though, cat literally unplugged something. Jerk cat. Rawr. Oh, I love my cat. It's cool. It's cool. People just don't get the sound that they want. Womp womp. Right? Looks half a quarter you off. You're subbed but not following. Seriously? Oh man. Drop in. Drop in on that follow, man. Thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate that. That is super weird. It's like it should just auto follow when you sub to someone. Like just, yep, this is the thing now. Pork Chop Express, thanks for that follow. Anybody that isn't a follower already should totally consider dropping that follow. It's free, and you can stay in touch with when we go live. So how was the Mechs on Deck episode tonight? Hopefully very, very good. It usually is. I'm sure those guys kicked ass. I heard they had somebody who's a fairly non-community member kind of personality on tonight, or maybe new to the community, but not new to keyboards, maybe in some capacity. Tell me about it. Thanks again. That's awesome, man. Brandon Taylor, yeah. That's awesome. It's good that there's more heads getting into it who are like already into reviewing things and already big names, but otherwise noobs as far as the keyboard community is concerned. I think it's really good for us as a hobby. It helps. Long run totally helps. Handerbite is a commitment. Oof, Handerbite, man. It's got a few customs, but usually does mice and headphone reviews. Caffeine connoisseur. That's so crazy. Handerbite is such a wild set, man. Like, I don't even know. Oh, man. I did not get in on a Handerbite. Let's just say that. Did not get in on Handerbite. Okay. You know, normally I just do anchors, but we're so far along now. Nah, we'll do these. We'll do these as anchors. It's fine. It's fine. You like his GMK Skeletor board? Oh, he has a GMK Skeletor board? Oof. The problem with it is that it just looks too good. Yes. Shocks, you're totally right, sir. That's the exact problem I have with Handerbite. It's so good. So good. It should just stay in its box and be a display. You know? No one should ever use it for risk of shining it. And it potentially being worth less money. People who have Handerbite really like Handerbite. Sure, I agree. And they like trolling the rest of us about it. The best sounding board you ever heard on stream. Really? That is impressive. So somebody's Polaris should be coming to me pretty soon. So I'm looking forward to building one. It had a bunch of foam. Let's get this fan going. All right. I have this loose piece of solder that I used very recently, or I used the other parts of it at least. So I did actually pop into Nathan's stream for a brief period earlier while he was building that Polaris, or starting to, and it did look pretty good. I'm actually surprised. Things that have been sold on KBD fans, recent things like KBD 8X Mark II, Polaris, are looking freaking awesome, man. Freaking awesome. Foam gaskets. Just for the joke, it might be. Oh, caffeinated connoisseur. Name another key set that doubled in value this year. Do you mean in the last year, or this year in general? Because GMK Shoko doubled in value. Serica. I agree. AIO3 is fucking killing it with his designs. Met in SoCal, and I have to say, seems like a nice dude. I'm happy that he's killing it, and I hope that he keeps killing it. I wonder how like permanent that partnership is. I hope that it goes well for both parties and they keep doing cool stuff together. I don't know if it's like planned to be an ongoing thing or not, or maybe it's more organic than that. Is there a reason why people clack their finger before doing a typing test? I mean, snap their finger? So a lot of my keyboard typing test sounds have a snap in them. But for me, it's more to make sure that, well, there's two reasons really. One, so you guys can understand what the snap sounds like, because that's a pretty recognizable sound. So it gives you an idea of what the pitch will be like and how on or off it is. But another important reason is literally for audio alignment. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the I don't remember even what it's called. I think it's actually called a clacker, but whatever. The thing that they use in the movie industry when they start a scene that they're filming. They use that snap deal, and literally what it's about is making an audible sound that's associated with the video that they can use to line that up in post. Anyway, I mean, that thing is useful when you go to edit a video. For me, I use that as the first marker for sound in my video. so that I can do noise reduction removal for things that are in the background. So what you guys can't hear in this room is the background noise. I have noise gates on the microphone, and you guys are hearing music over it. So it's fairly soundless as far as the room is concerned, and then you're just hearing my voice and the music, obviously. But when I do a typing test video, I turn those noise gates and things off. We're not using that, right? You're hearing everything, which includes any noise that might be in the background of this room. And there's a fair bit of noise coming off of all things, the capture card that's capturing all the video sources here. So that that sound, you're going to want to mute out, right? So in software, I actually let it capture a sample of the ambient sound of the room through this microphone, and then it kind of knows what that's like and can remove that sound in the rest of the audio clip. So yes, there's a reason, which obviously you understand now, but it's kind of important. Generally he's a good dude. Didn't Shoko lose to Mizu in round 16 of maybe, but Shoko also gained a shit ton of value. Demand was high. It's worth a lot. Is there a reason why people... Oh, no, I'm sorry. Andromeda, is that happening? Don't know, man. Hopefully. Zero cool... Oh. Polaris is really nice. Yes, it is. Yeah, I hope that Polaris sounds wonderful. I'm looking forward to it. You want to build your Polaris with linears now. Shoko beat Mizu? No, I think Mizu beat Shoko. Yeah. That happened. But even if it happened, it kind of doesn't matter, right? That doesn't affect pricing. Somebody said, what doubled in value? I personally love Shoko and don't really like Mizu that much. I don't dislike Mizu, but like it's on my my Rukia, which despite being an amazingly awesome board I'm not really all about Ergo, so it doesn't see a ton of use. So it's kind of just a showpiece. What am I planning for my build? Mizu on the dark blue satisfaction 75 is perfect match. Yes, I'm down to see that. Yeah, what are you planning for your build, Visionary X? Crazy how much I love soldering with this soldering iron. I have that TS100 and I used it a bunch this weekend, or not this weekend, this week, because I went into my attic and was soldering well, I had to solder some stuff together up there for 2 different projects, one over the weekend and one this week. So basically I have some friends that live on a hill near me, and they can't get cable internet or DSL where they live, so they're stuck with satellite. They're only about 4 miles away from me, line of sight. It's about 9 mile drive, but they're physically fairly close. And obviously I get gigabit internet here at my house. If you guys have watched and seen me post like things about it, You probably already know that, but anyway, I had a second internet cable line run to my home, and we installed a relay access point set up on my roof with high gain dish antennas and the whole deal. And now they are getting internet through microwave from my house to them. Well, so I had to solder some stuff together for that. And then you guys, anybody who's seen videos before will have seen my gantry or has seen my Instagram will have seen pictures of my gantry. Anybody who wants to jump on my Instagram and post that link to the picture, feel free. That's when nothing was hanging on it though. Anyway, so yesterday I hooked up power to the gantry, which is kind of the thing that's been holding me back from migrating everything up there. So like the light that's over this head and right here are this one's on a light stand and that one's on a like pole mount clamp coming off my desk, but I want them to hang off my gantry setup. Well, the thing that's been holding me up is the lack of power up there, and just fixed that. So after this stream today, this is probably the last time you'll see the lights that are behind me shining upward. They'll probably shine downward from now on, and then these lights will hang a little bit out of my way. So this light pole that's here won't be in the way, and will just be a better setup, I think. I did not run Romex, so there's already a Romex run to a light soffit that's up there for a fan. And so what I did is I have a 24 port extension or power strip extension bar up there that had 14 gauge, not 14 gauge, 12 gauge. Oh man, I have to go look. It should be 12. It might actually be 10. I think it's 12 gauge, which should be 20 amp. Anyway, I had the Romex is already up there, so I just ran the power line from this power strip over to the light soffit box and connected it to where the fan power would be. And what I actually did was I installed a power socket up there. So that's all wire nutted together, but then I actually cut the end of the cord off, fed it through a hole that I drilled in the ceiling, and then reattached the end on the ceiling side and plugged it directly in. It was a giant pain because my roof line comes down at an angle and converges, and so I was like in a pretty tight section up there to make it happen. I did not run a new circuit. I'm going off of a lighting circuit that's already up there. But that lighting circuit has basically nothing on it. It has the vanity lights for the bathroom next door on it, which I'm not ever using all the equipment in here and that bathroom at the same time, so it doesn't matter. Plus it should be plenty of power. It's a 20 amp circuit, which is what's already in this room, so I'm just shifting some of the power onto that other circuit. Looks fairly nice. Satisfaction, man, I can't wait for a round 2. I feel bummed that I didn't jump in on Satisfaction.
Yeah.
Cannot wait. Cannot wait. So what about you guys? Have you guys been doing any cool projects? Anything interesting or exciting? Man, Mizu does look beautiful on that Satisfaction 75. I agree with you. Does the mountain of laundry and cleaning count? I mean, it's a thing you did. Then it counts. Or at least I say it counts. Whatever that's worth. So I'm curious. I've been looking up the difference between 6337 solder and 6040 solder. And I'm wondering if you guys solder with 6040 or 6337. And which you prefer. I know a lot of people prefer one over the other. Maybe kind of splitting hairs. Most of you probably only know leaded solder versus not leaded solder. Or versus lead-free solder. Looking into testing lube on your Aqua Silence you ordered. That's cool. That's really cool. So mad at your tax people right now. Oh no. Taxes. It's not exciting. I agree, Alansky. Not at all exciting. I know I have to pay money this year, so. No KB shelter in place, very exciting. Womp womp. TSC, they note on their website they have an online option for out-of-state and international people to pay their tax prep bill, but they won't let me use it to pay my bill. Oh. I am pretty excited that I'm going to have some stuff on my gantry. I still won't have the PC up there all that soon. Well, not right away anyway. But I will have all the other stuff hanging out there, including the monitors and stuff. That's going to be super exciting. Monitors, lights, cameras. You want me to physically come to the office and cut them a check or use cash? What? What kind of tax place deals in cash? That's crazy. You even watch the news, bro. No shit. Alansky, you really like Cristo 111 on your last tactile switch? Really? I've not played with most of the Cristo lubes. Not that I am not interested, I am. Just haven't had an opportunity to play with it that much. Probably should make some time to play with those other lubes. probably should. Thought on EPBT 2048. I don't have a lot of thoughts on 2048 in general. So I didn't know there was an EPBT version of it. I knew there was DSA previously. And mostly, I don't really like the whole design of it. The colors are kind of cool, I guess. If you like mid-90s sci-fi colorways. And I'm not even talking trash about it. I like mid-90s sci-fi, so... yeah, that's just kind of the way I feel. Though, that's what it looks like. And I don't need more mid-90s sets. I don't use my DSA, what's it called? And I have 2 sets, DSA Galaxy class very much. The function layer does work. Perfect. Everything works. Do. Novel keys is sold out of it. Oh no. That's the worst, isn't it? Oh, that's the worst. That's actually worse. That right there. Tip that container upside down just a little bit. A bunch of lead came out. I can fix it. Over the trash can. So now what we're gonna do before we go too deep, because I just put that away like an idiot, we're gonna put the keycaps on this first. Now the reason we're doing that is because this board is kind of Swiss cheese at the bottom. In 90 sci-fi, are we talking about the same set? I thought we were. Post pictures, EPBT 2048. It's the same as the DSA one, right? Same colorways. Post pictures. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong thing. We might be talking about different sets. I'm willing to concede it. Oh, not at all the same thing. Oh. I feel like I do remember this though too. Oh, I guess if you like the old Apple style keycaps, it's good. I mostly don't love those either though. I think they're I think it looks fine if you're into that thing. Like I have a bunch of Alps EEK keycaps and I mostly don't use them for anything at all. I mean, I don't know. I kind of like them sometimes, but I would never use that as like a daily driver set. And again, I guess I don't use most of my sets as daily driver sets. Shoko is my most daily drivered set there is. So you're wondering probably why I'm putting all these on right now. So we got shift and caps lock, tab. Two caps above B. Okay. So the two keycaps above B. This guy and tab. Enter shift caps lock. I think that's it. That's all we really got, right? Erp. 3, 3, 2. Perfect. The reason we're doing this is because I actually want to see that everything aligns. I guess I don't need to put the stuff above B in for me to verify that they align correctly. But I do need to put these side ones in. Unfortunately. I need to see everything line up. So what we're doing is, Tiny, you hosted for 77 viewers. Thank you so much. I appreciate that so much. Rated for 83. Winged Soldier Gonzo, thanks for the follow. Oh my lord, the flood. Even Tiny did the flood. Thank you so much. Nice. Oh man, so much text. So anyway, the reason that we're penguin droppings, what's up? Tiny, hey, how you doing? Hopefully your stream went really well. Hopefully you had a great stream, actually. Minterly, what's up? How you doing? How's my bondage setup? That's a weird question. It's doing better. Minterly raid, thank you so much. Tiny raid, thank you so much. Oh my lord, all the raids. Thank you guys so much. It's not a bondage setup. Everybody just jokes about it, including people that I know who are into that kind of thing. No, so I've only had so much stuff hanging off of it for the stream up until really recently, and still there's only a limited amount of stuff hanging off there. Like there's still a light stand here and one off the desk, but yesterday I climbed into my attic and I set up all the power, and so I hung all the power stuff up there. So now I can actually get all my stuff hung up there and going. And so this is probably the last stream where you'll see these two lights shining up from there. Now they'll be shining down, and then these lights that are hanging right above me to light me and the stuff will be hanging off the ceiling. Camera up here already is. The monitors that are in front of me and this face cam are all hanging off the desk right now. But probably the next time you see the stream, they'll be hanging off the ceiling, which is good. Because if I do this really hard, there's still a wire that connects the desk to it. You can see it move just a little bit, and I want that gone. Winged Soldier Gonzo, you followed. Thank you so much. Baby Pancakes, thanks for the follow. Periphery OW, thanks for that follow. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, penguin droppings. Right. Make fun of it what you want, if you will. But it's gonna be what it is. I'll send pictures when it's done. I mean, there's already this overhead camera, this over the shoulder camera right here. That's hanging off there too, and it can move forward and backward and side to side on the gantry now. But yeah, but the cables actually swing over down to the desk and then loop around the room, and then now they're going to go up and over and down. It's all gonna be good. I'm happy about it. The transition was legit. I feel like a fraud now. Oof. You're not a fraud. I love your work. Seriously. There's that transition though. My cameras move. Yeah, here, I'll show you. I'll actually go back to it and I'll show you. All right. So the cables right now, because they're sitting off to the side, want to drag this along with them. So, yeah, so it's not perfect, but it's because of the way the cables are set up. So that's the part I got to make better. See, now it wants to like walk over there. Don't worry though, that'll get better. There is one picture on my Insta before anything at all was hung on it, pretty much. Anyway. Yeah, exactly, right? So I'm quarantined. I'm not quarantined. But I am socially distancing. And now I have some extra time to set this other stuff up. To finish the projects that I want to finish. To work on some of them. Including making some other content. Anyway, so I'm gonna get back to this. I'm looking at this, and all of these actually look pretty perfectly lined up. I'm surprised because this is a DZ60. They look like perfectly lined up. Okay. Guess I did an okay job. Alrighty then. Love this being called a bondage setup. Yeah, you guys, go ahead, make fun, make fun. Make fun of my gantry. My camera and lighting gantry. So I did actually, this is what I said on Minjerly's stream too. This is why she's referring to it as such. So I do actually have some friends who came over and they saw my my gantry setup. And they were like, okay. Like, how many people do you think you could hold up on that? Like, I was like, what? And they, I mean, I know they're into, you know, some risque stuff. And it's funny too, because the husband and the wife both saw it separately. And, these are the friends that I helped with internet, right? So over the weekend, some of my friends that live on a hill that's near me who can't get cable or DSL internet, I helped them. They set up a second internet connection at my house, a 2 gigabit internet connection, and then we climbed on my roof. We set up a microwave antenna pointed at their house and a microwave antenna on their house pointed back at me, and we set up a beast mode internet connection for them. So that's pretty much what I did this weekend. And, well, and it worked out really well. Like, extraordinarily well. It was exactly what you would want it to be. So, I don't remember the Tofu Acrylic having these inserts in it before, but I'm really happy that it does now. Let's not do that more. You just built one of these? Nice. Tofu acrylics are nice. I think they're a decent board. Like for an entry-level board, especially awesome. What inserts? I'm talking about the standoff inserts. So where the stand, I don't want to take it out again. Here, fuck it, I'll do it. So Minjerly, I mean those brass inserts right there in the standoffs. I think I remember, because I built a few of these. I'll go back and watch my own VODs later, but I am fairly certain that previously there were no inserts there. It was just it was just you're screwing into acrylic. I don't think they did. Maybe I'm wrong. The left person, thanks for that follow. Penguin Droppings, again, thank you. Or not again, but thank you so much for gifting that sub to Minterly. I appreciate that. By the way, any of you guys who came from Minterly or Tiny's streams, it's crazy that I got rated twice at the same-ish time. Anyway, I hope you guys followed them, because they're freaking awesome. Both of them. Super, super chill. Super, super chill. Oh, you were in on it together. Okay. Because you were going to raid. Okay, that makes better sense. I was like, that's so weird. How does that even happen? Although, oh man, who was it that I raided? They raided me. Oh man, now I'm forgetting who it was and I'm going to feel bad. I'd have to like go look through my list, but I actually, someone raided me right as I raided them. So they raided me within seconds before I raided them, and then they ended up with all of the viewers, and they were like, "Wait, what?" That was an interesting situation. TSC, thanks for gifting a tier 1 sub to Tiny. That's awesome. Thank you so very, very much. Right? And you guys have similarities in your names. Discuss amongst yourselves. Yeah, it was perfect timing. It was Chubby's. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Shox is right. It was Chubby's. It was such a crazy scenario. Like, how did? Yeah. Like, I didn't even notice the raid. He, like, I clicked raid and then immediately went offline. But apparently it was like literally seconds before, so like it didn't even register. It didn't show anything. It was just like, what? Nevin, thank you so much for that follow, man. I appreciate that. Anybody who's not already a follower, who maybe came from another stream, you know, if you're not already following, consider it. Consider clicking that button. It's I guess it's up there. Up there. And like I said, if you aren't already following Tiny or Minterly, you should do that too. Both great people doing good work. Good keyboard streaming work. Where am I missing one? Oh, I know. Right here. What? Inflation, you missed like everything. Who's hyped for GMK Moto round 2? I am all in on Moto Light. I'll probably get in on Moto round 2 as well, even though I have Moto round 1. And at which point I will start wearing Moto on like something that I use regularly, because why not? Okay, perfect. So anybody who doesn't know, this is a tray mount board. Tray mount boards have their advantages and their disadvantages. The disadvantages are the relatively firm bottom out typing feel. But I'll be damned if this doesn't look great. I think I'm not going to do this. I think I'm going to do this. But these boards always sounded pretty great in my opinion. R2 hype. Getting both. Nice, Deli. What stabs am I using? These are Zeal stabs. In this board. And I like Zeal stabs. I like Zeal, and I like I'm kind of odd about that. Now I feel like all of a sudden something is maybe misaligned. No, it isn't. Take it back. so odd to me for a second. Just wasn't seated all the way. I like Duroc stabs too. I recommend to people right now to buy Duroc stabs when they need stabs. But Zeal stabs are fine too. There are differences. We have looked at them under microscope on stream before and kind of showed them off. But we might as well do that again. For those of you guys that have never seen the microscope cam. Give me 1 second and I will pull out some Zeal and some Duroc stabs for you guys to look at side by side. Microvision. Okay. So here's a Zeal. There's a Zeal stab under microscope. Let me grab you guys a Duroc one. They look strikingly similar. There are some minor differences though. Now I could pull out the clear ones. Oh well, I guess I'm pulling out the clear ones then. Duroc has questionable QC in your experience, and I think I agree with you on other things, and I do actually have a single Duroc stabilizer, this exact part right here, and I'll show you where I agree wholeheartedly with Minterly. Like, I'm going to show you exactly where there's a quality control problem. You guys see something wrong with this stab right here? Like there's no insert there. Right? Like that's a Duroc stab that came. It's not like I had a spare in that kit. I just have bought a bunch of them. So I do have, you know, enough for it to be okay. But here's a Duroc. So we'll note that the Duroc doesn't have anything in it right now, right? So it's kind of hard to tell. You can tell that there's a little bit of a difference. Right there, there's more of a knurling on the side to hold that in and less knurling here. Hard to tell from right where you're looking at. Sorry. You can kind of see, so this is the Zeal right here. You look at that knurling. Let me push that. Come on. Sorry, guys. You're gonna have to give me a sec. It's really far away from me, right where I'm sitting right now. Fingers look super fucked up. Under a microscope. But, you know, you're literally looking at them under a microscope, so benefit of the doubt. Yeah, so you can see that the knurling on this, there's less total knurls. They're not as deep, they're more rounded. So probably this has a little bit lower performance than the Zeal one. There are some other differences in these molds. I'm not going to go super in depth, but you can see kind of like a little bit of plastic flashing down there that you didn't see in the Zeal. So I mean, they're not as good in terms of keeping it at the pixel level, but the value equation works out way better, like Deli said. And honestly, they mostly just work exactly the way you would want them to, with the exception of, you know, receiving one that was all messed up.
Hit 'em up.
I mean, mostly you don't really need to pixel peep something like that to know if it's good or bad in this hobby. Off topic question, but do you know what plate this is? The plate in here? I do know what plate this is. This is the this is from KBD Fans. I'm the one who ordered it, so I'm totally familiar. Do you need
So provider.
do you need me to look it up for you? Oh, I'm not plugged into anything. Tell you what, I'm not gonna do that. You're gonna have to hit me up after. Hit me up on Discord, link below, and I will get you the information when we're done. Unless a bunch of people are interested in knowing what it is. No, so there's two different. It's not that there's two different. It's that there's more than one brass option on KBD Fan's site. So there's one that comes with like a model A or B for 2.25U right shift or 2U right shift. This is obviously the one that came with or came for 2.25U, but well, there's more than one option. And I can send you a link to the exact one that I ordered. Because I'll just go look in the order history. So theirs come back in stock pretty frequently. Is this the one? This is not the one that I ordered. Okay, well, I'm on their site now. So give me 1 second, I'll find it. Paste and go. Log in. Do I have saved credentials? Apparently I do. It's taking me a second, sorry. Okay, so you click brass and then click B, and this is the one. Crud. Okay, give me 1 sec. I will send it here because I really want you to have it. Because I think you hit me up separately before and I didn't send it to you. So this is the one. The enter may... Does it look crooked now? Look at it now. Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, sometimes if you like smash them in or out in one way or another, that's kind of why. So like, if you really want to see if it's crooked, smash on it a little bit, right? To see if they look crooked. Maybe a tiny little bit. So the question is if it's the stabilizer or if it's the way it's soldered in, right? It's pretty straight from here. Put the gold novelty for the escape key. I did. I did. Boop boop. Firestar 1717. I think that's what you mean, or do you mean this gold novelty? Oh, the gold novelty you said. Never mind. I'm derping. I was like, there isn't a matching actual escape key. That totally makes sense. Does look great. Okay. So now we'll put this up. plug this bad boy in. We'll check it out. I need. Sounds pretty good to me. Okay, so let's do this. Right? I'll leave that back on. Try it this way. How about that? All right. You guys ready for this? Are you guys ready for this? I haven't typed very much in the last week, so this is going to be pretty not great. But let's do this. Let's do this. Hold on. I'm going to need a second to arrange this. Okay, better. How am I liking the SM7B so far? Man, it's freaking awesome. Yeah, I'll get rid of the music in a sec. All right, here we go. Here we go, guys. All right, ready? Bad. Whatever. 65. All right. I'll be damned if it isn't a beautiful board, though. Beautiful. Sounds good, too, actually, for me. I think. All right. Let's smash around a few keys. Sagan, thanks for that follow. Theodore Tours, thanks for that follow. Die Crunch, thanks for the follow. Sorry, I missed some of you guys a little earlier. I don't know. I'm liking it a lot. I think it's a great board. I think it's a really great board. I love the way they look. Freaking love the way they look. Program a tap function for arrow keys for DZ60. There are all sorts of programming options, Firestar, and we'll talk about that after. We can discuss other layouts that you want. But generally speaking, I'm going to turn the music back on. I'm going to move the mic up, so hold one. Okay, so generally speaking, this is a very easy board to program. I will help, obviously, for any customer, help set up a layout for them, but most QMK boards are fairly easy to program, and this one is extraordinarily easy because you don't actually have to remove the plate PCB combo to get it into DFU mode. So give me one sec. See if I can't get QMK toolbox. See if I can't get something else up here too. Okay, I wonder if I can get Opera in here as a source. I mean, I have Firefox, obviously. I'm gonna just use Firefox because it's gonna be easy. Firefox. Oh. Helps if I'm not clicking on my own screen. Okay, so if I click on QMK configurator, go to, this is gonna be way easier for you guys if it's like full size. Easy 60. We're gonna want RGB ANSI V2. Then you're gonna get this whole fancy layout right here. So whatever you do, you can. It's pretty easy to do these. So like, let's say you wanted this key, the 1 key, to be F1. You just click on it, right, and it would change. Anyway, what you would do is you would hit compile. And you get this whole baking a potato thing for a while. Once you got that, little download firmware box right here will pop up. You click that, it'll download the firmware direct to you. Now, in order to actually put it onto the board, what you're gonna do is window capture. Sorry about all that. Promise I'll make it better for you. Okay. You will browse to wherever you want, right? Browse to wherever the file is, then you'll flip this board over. There's a button right there. You'll hit the button. For anybody who's wondering how to do this board, right? You'll hit this button. And then you'll see in QMK Toolbox, it'll say DFU device connected, right? Once you've selected the file you want, you'll literally hit flash. And it will flash that file to here, and you'll get a success message at the bottom. And that's how you know that you were successful. Then you can test it all out, probably using switch hitter. And then that's pretty much how that'll work. Pretty straightforward, IMO. But yes, I'll absolutely help customers do this thing. Easy peasy. I'll help anybody pretty much if it's not too much work. Even if they're not a customer, because you know, why wouldn't you? Anyway, I hope you guys love the build. I really do. EBB, man, you are late. You missed the build. That's okay though. There are VODs. You can watch the VODs here on Twitch, or better yet, you can go to my YouTube channel, which you can find here. Oh, it's in DFU mode. Can't type. Oh, I'm definitely gonna go over that in a sec. Zoom, Zomkit. So yeah, you can find my YouTube there, and you can go and you can watch my VODs there too. Anyway, it does look awesome. I agree, man. I do agree. So, weight. That's what people want to see. They want to know what the weight is. So let's go back to our overhead. Sorry, gotta get rid of that for a minute. I don't want to affect the weight. £1 pound, 10.2 ounces. So it's a fairly lightweight board, even with this brass plate in it. But I'll be damned if it isn't a great sounding board and a great looking board. And very portable, movable, easy to use. Always a few little tiny, I don't want to call them blemishes, but like tooling visible marks on all acrylic and or polycarbonate boards. Now, in this case, they're actually probably just coolant. It was used in the milling. So the way to get rid of this is actually to take a wet rag and just wipe it along there. You're gonna be tempted to use alcohol, but don't on polycarbonate, right? Because alcohol will eventually erode polycarb. But you can wipe that down and then it'll be on. This is Razer Lachesis, but this is not my primary gaming mouse. I literally just use that on this PC, which is mostly only used for streaming and for when I have friends over who might want to play games with me. They get to use this system. This is my primary day mouse is a Logitech G903. With the wireless charging and the whole deal. I love this mouse. And then it just inductively charges. I agree, Racing Giraffe. They are, which is why when I have customers who are very new to the hobby, who want a custom, but one, don't want to wait for a group buy, two, normally want something fairly small, and three, want RGB, I always point them toward these guys. If you want RGBs, this is great. If you want something that's accessible at the snap of a finger, that's this. These are great boards. You like the acrylic tofu, but it was between that and the burgundy tofu. I think you made a good choice. I think you made a good choice if you went with one of these two. Multi-kill. I really do. I think the acrylic is better than the aluminum ones. My 2 cents, I guess. But as always, these boards are freaking beautiful. Freaking beautiful. Okay, good. I'm happy to see that the enter still looks like it's aligned. Everything looks aligned. As you all can see. Racing Giraffe, it's a fast way to clean up saw cut edges, never done it on a large surface. You've done fire polishing on acrylic. You said I build with sake. I've never done fire polishing either. I'm not going to try it on a customer board for the first time either. This is a milled surface and it was polished with something probably, but there's just residue and stuff. It just needs to be wiped down with water. That's my usual experience. And I'll try before I pack it up. This might as well. It may take one or more passes though, depending on what coolant was used. So customers still might have to do it at some point themselves as well. Thanks so much, Shred Major. I appreciate that. I really, really do. And I hope that you guys have enjoyed the content, and I hope that you come for more. If you're not already following, consider looking up there on that follow button. And then, jump on over to my other socials and think about following there. I would appreciate it. Hopefully you guys do too. Billy, the cable goes perfect. I love this cable. Thornkin, thanks, man. I try to make sure that my content is informative. Yeah, absolutely. Multi-kill. Oh, me. them R's, them G's, and the B's. Although right now we're just doing the R's. I do try and do informative content, Thornkin. And so some things that we'll have coming up. We will, in fact, do these soonish. We're going to do... I'm going to have some more content, obviously, that I've been talking about for much too long. I need to get on with actually making it. So we have some little SMD solder practice things or whatever. I do some SMD soldering on our stream, but we also have this SMD challenge kit. You build with Sake. Thank you so much for that follow. Kelvin, thanks for that follow. So we have these, and these are super, super cool. This is a thing that I'll make some content of sometime soon, whether it's on YouTube or it's here, unknown. It may be on both, but these little SMD challenge kits go from big to small. Yeah, you know what the best way to do this is? The best way to do this is literally to hit up the microscope view. Bam! Full screen in that microscope. So SMD challenge. If you look when we get down to this 201 size, when we go to SMD solder that, this is how big my tip is. And this is a very small tip actually for a soldering iron. Just to give you scale. So we are gonna SMD solder that and that with this tip. Well, we may use this. I do have an incredibly tiny tip, but a somewhat normal size tip is this one. Hold on and I'll show you. A somewhat normal size tip is actually this one. The one that I have on there is pretty small, and I do have a finer one, which we may solder with. That I've never had a need to actually use. This point, by the way, it's hard to tell, but that point is hard enough to actually break skin. That's how fine that tip is. It will poke you and break skin if you poke hard. Anyway, go back over to this. We don't choose our tips. Only if you put 2 or 5 on. Chip is delicious as a potato. Yeah, so we're gonna be doing some more content like that because, you know, it's fun. And why not? And lead solder makes the ideal dip. Yes, it does. Now I want a snack. Nice. So yeah, so there will be more content like that where I show you guys how that's kind of done, what that's all about. And I mean, I'll do the challenge on video. It'll be kind of cool. I can send away for a, I guess I'll send you a certificate if you successfully get those to work. So those are LEDs that you solder on at that small size, and so it'll light up, so you'll know that it worked. Just God, I don't know. Wait. Last 5 minutes, you've been one giant. That's what she said. Joke. Oh. Little LEDs, little tiny LEDs. Yeah. So anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed the content. I really do, and I hope that you guys come back for some more content and enjoy that as well. I'm definitely looking forward to having you guys on, as usual. I skipped my Sunday stream last Sunday. Unfortunately, that was just kind of what needed to happen. So, I'm not going to skip this coming Sunday. I've been doing 10 a.m.s on Sunday pretty much. And I have a couple Matrix OGs coming up. And I have, those are customer boards. I also have a customer Ergo Dash. That'll be a long one. I don't know if I'll do that on a Sunday or a Wednesday. I'll probably do that on a Sunday, honestly, because it'll be a very long build, because it's a bunch of through-hole components and a bunch of, I think, LEDs on that one. I don't know, a bunch of stuff. That's going to be a really long and complex build. I have the Rain, which I'm still waiting on a PCB for a customer. a new PCB. Any of you guys who watched before will notice that when the first stream I had with the microscope, I had been sent a PCB that was bad, and it was pretty obvious that I could show what it was. I'm happy that I have that. And then those are just the customer boards that I have right now. I have a couple things in the works, obviously, some other customers, but with the virus scare and all the stuff that's going on, I think I'll go ahead and ask a question. Yeah, but with the virus scare and all the stuff that's going on, I think there's a lot of customers who are weary about sending anything out, stuff getting caught up in the mail or whatever. So I would venture to say that business will be a little lower than normal in terms of customer builds. Luckily, I have a ton of my own builds that have been waiting on me to, just do a better job. So probably will be doing some more of my personal ones too. Quick question. You've seen a lot of makers saying that linears on a brass plate isn't great. Why? I don't agree with that statement, so I don't know why. Brass has a higher pitched resonance, so that's a thing. They can sound really good on some other types of materials. I like some of the other materials, like FR4, stuff like that, where you get a lot more of what people classically say sounds great on with linears. I personally think that it's all personal preference, right? I actually really like brass. If you rewind a year and a half, everyone was all about brass. It was all the rage. That's everything anyone wanted. And then, polycarb for a brief period of time, although it isn't that good in my opinion. FR4, which is very inexpensive, so great from that standpoint. I think it sounds and feels great, though I can understand under some circumstances why it wouldn't be great. Everybody wants to jump on the thing that's popular now. Brass is tried and true. I actually like brass a lot. I think it's fantastic. Carbon fiber is okay. I like carbon fiber too. I have a J01 over there, and it sounds great with carbon fiber. Like, fantastic. PBT is a universally bad plate material. My salamander with Brown Alps has a PBT plate, and I think it sounds like trash, personally. It wins. When Mex on Deck did a top 5 of NorCal, they put it in, or a top 10. I think it made top 5, and it looks amazing. It feels great. It sounds like trash, but you can't tell in a meetup. So it's a great board to bring to meetups. You like linears on brass. You like linears on FR4. You like linears on carbon fiber. You like linears on palm. Sure, and they're good, man. Palm is a great sounding plate material, by the way. Someone needs to make a wood plate. Oof. Racing giraffe. Oof. Brass is great. That's my take on it, multi-kill. Brass is great. Try brass. And if you know you like it already, then just use it. It's a no-brainer. Use the material you know you like. Use the one that you already have a preference for, or you already prefer, rather. Wood would be possible if it's thick enough and stabilized. I agree. Different woods would have different sounds, so that would be interesting. I like the sound of it when you're using Helios. Sound of silence. Yeah, I'm a big fan. Big fan of what we got here. I think this is great. I think it feels great. I think the brass sounds good. Generally speaking, I just love these. I love the way these turn out every freaking time. Every freaking time. Hope you guys do too. What about tofu and ham? Sure. Tofu and ham. You gotta get tofu and hamon, right? With the what are the novelties? I can't remember the name. Whatever. Hamonolites. The one with the eggs. Cultivating keyboard cultures. Will I do is on this board right here? Is that what you're talking about? The left person? I did. I did do a typing / sound test on this board. I mean, I'll tell you what I will do, since we already did a typing test on it and sound. I will do this. I will set it up and I will oh. Okay, so those are keys I don't want to hit that I did hit, but you know, whatever. You know, whatever. Tofu, ham, and macaroni soup. Oof. Very interesting feel. It's like barely tactile. So much that it almost feels linear and nice. Oh, box jades without the click bar. Weird. Actually sounds like a trip, man. I'm kind of down. Sounds like an MX Brown. Oof. How are Switch films from Kibo.store? TX films aren't in stock for a month. I don't know. Probably the same-ish, because they do the same function. That'd be my guess, but I haven't tried them. Anyway, all right, guys, we're going on 3.5 hours. It's been a great stream. Thank you so much for joining. Anybody who this board was with BZ60. Anybody who hasn't already followed or hasn't subbed or followed on or subbed on YouTube, Instagram, everywhere, you guys should totally do that thing. The YouTube thing helps so much more than you possibly can imagine. I'd appreciate it. And either way, you guys have a great night and a great rest of your week. I plan on seeing you guys here 10 a.m. on Sunday, and it'll be blast. All right, take it easy, guys. I'm gonna try and see if anybody's still streaming. Probably the last one, but you know, you don't know. You don't know. 001 Anthony is on. Okay, that's who we're gonna raid. Yeah, that's what we're doing. All right. Thank you so much, guys. And again, have a good one. For anybody who doesn't already know, wash your hands and try and socially distance yourselves as much as possible.
Yep, you can wipe down. Another raid! Thank you so much. Thank you.
When worlds collide, you'll laugh so hard, you'll swear you died. When worlds collide, hold my hand, I'll be your guide. When worlds collide.
I mean, you. Thank you so much. Got 2 raids today. Thank you. For those who just joined, my name is Zealio Anthony. I do custom keyboard content. I've been doing it for over 2 years now. Every Monday and Friday evening. And actually, for those who just joined, you guys should check out Rocket Sage as well, who raided me earlier. She does geology lectures and discussions on Twitch. Also, video games here and there. And for those of you who I don't know if you live I, me, you're you. Check him out too. Let me put his link again. How was your stream though? Yeah, so what we're working on is we are working on a TX75 V1 with a Cerakoted bottom, bronze, colored bottom, and then now we are putting on keycaps. This is taking forever because I cannot read Japanese. So this one is, assuming this 3 character, yes.
Where should I put this biohazard?
Oh, actually here, let me open it up. There's a knife over there. It's just cereal.
Where should I try it?
Outside there's a plastic bag, pantry door.
I like it. In the kitchen or outside?
Yeah. Kitchen. I'd say outside, but yeah, I mean like outside the room. Yeah. And we're gonna do Borderlands 3 after this. 875 beautiful. We're doing good. Right now we had a heated discussion earlier
I'll say that
about pho.
I look like shit though. Oh,
It's just cereal, right? Yeah, it's just cereal.
you risk infection for.
No, it's just subscribe and save.
Oh, okay.
So I had 3 boxes of cereal on subscribe and save, but for some reason Amazon is shipping them to me in 3 separate boxes. I don't know why they won't just put them all in one thing. Hey, I did not say pho is trash. I said pho is overrated. I did not say pho is trash. Don't you put words in my mouth.
Do I need to wipe this down too? Should be fine.
Should be fine.
It's
Yeah.
been inside for a while.
Yeah. Let's put it in the pantry outside.
I washed
In the kitchen.
outside. Where I belong.
CF8. Exactly. Don't put words and pho in my mouth. Okay, now I have to look up print screen, scroll lock, and oh my god, I cannot.
Brought my keyboard.
Nice.
Safety first.
Okay. No wait. This is scroll lock, right? I don't want scroll lock here. I want pause here. Fuck me. Okay. I need print screen. Print screen. I need delete. Do we even have that here? Do we even have a... We do. It is somewhere. Oh my god. Oh, okay, I found it. And Uncle B with the host, thank you so much for his dishwater of soup. Hey, I did not say that. Tiny Shiny Crumb, thank you for the follow. Asteroid US with the follow as well. Wanna Giska? Wait, no, Asteroid. No, wait, that's a raid. Lol. Thank you for the raid, Asteroid US. First, like chicken noodle soup, except Vietnamese are not chicken. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I get it. It's a lot. Like, I understand the process is insanely difficult to time intensive, right? Like that part I get, or what I don't get, because why would you spend so much time making it? But yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying, you know, like it is comfort food. Like I get it, right? Like just, you know, I'm just saying it's not like the most amazing thing ever. Which is what, you know, I know people who say that, and I'm like, that's why I say it's overrated. I don't say it's bad, right? Like that's why comparing it to chicken noodle soup, it's good because, you know, it's there, nice comfort food, nice for when you're sick, you know, but it's not amazing.
Oh, that is a nice white.
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
Yeah. People are killing each other for And JPT black and white apparently.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, should have.
I know. I should have
Waited.
waited a bit too. Yeah. I sold mine for $60. Don't don't beat yourself too much for it, because I feel even worse. Okay, let's see. I need.
The 970 can't run Borderlands 3, can it?
I'm sure we can make it work.
I brought my mouse too.
Nice. Okay, so this is end, and then you page up and page down. Oh my god. Okay. These two correct? I hope.
You can try this out too now.
Yes. Huh? Oh yeah. Final meme.
Final meme for the baby meat hands. I got them Trump hands.
Imagine if people talked about chicken noodle soup like talking about pho. That's exactly what I mean.
I like pho.
You know, I don't. You know, I'm not saying people shouldn't like pho. You know, like I'm just saying that don't call it the most amazing thing ever. That's all I'm saying. Like it's all right.
IKEA chocolate.
It's like for when they use egg noodles and not rice. So like not rice noodles, right? See, that's the thing. The Taiwanese. See, now that is a good example of like actually good food. All right, see you, Montekill. You're looking for a chair? Oh no, there's.
No.
Should I do black arrows for the bottom?
Where did it come out? Oh.
Man, I don't know how different this black looks compared to the aluminum black though, so maybe I won't do it. Yeah, maybe I won't. Okay, so these go in its own bag. Pho is tearing us apart. I know! Who started it? I did not start it.
I don't know. I was still there when that